I call to order this May 7th, 2025 meeting of the North Allegheny School District. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Starting with our calendar review, at our work session this evening, we would have our NA Foundation Scholarship Recognition, our 25-year employee recognition. Next week, we will have an executive session to discuss a personnel issue. And on May 21st, we will have our regular meeting where we will have our NA Empower annual report and our NA Empower Expression Contest winners recognition. On June 11th, we will have our combined meeting where we will vote on our final budget for next year. We will start this evening with our reports. Dr. Hyland.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. It gives me great privilege to introduce Mr. Joe Bowerly from the NA Foundation, who's going to share the Student Scholarship Awards that are going to be given out tonight. And on behalf of the entire district, I'd like to thank the foundation for everything that they do to help the students within our district to meet their potential, to strive to do greater things, and to help those teachers help those students. So thank you very much. And at this time, I'd like to turn over the mic to Joe. Oh, I thought, okay. Sorry, Alice, I thought Joe was introducing.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiffany Thurkel. I am the chairperson for the Scholarship Committee of the NA Foundation. We're here to take a moment to recognize the incredible group of North Allegheny High School students who applied and were awarded scholarships this year to the North Allegheny Foundation. We had over 120 applications across our 14 available scholarships. Additionally, we were able to increase our NA Foundation funded scholarships from $1,000 to $2,000 this year, thanks to the continued support and fundraising efforts of our foundation. This year's applicants exhibited high academic achievements, strong leadership skills, commitment to service, involvement in athletics, and in the arts. Several of these students have faced challenges, some visible, some deeply personal, and yet here they are. Their willingness to push through difficulties, to rise above setbacks, and to keep moving forward says so much about their character and their potential. To the awardees, each of you took the time to reflect on your journey and share your goals. You showed initiative, thoughtfulness, and a real commitment to your future by stepping forward and sharing your story. Applying for a scholarship isn't just about seeking financial support or filling out forms. It's about believing in yourself and taking steps towards those goals. We are so proud of you and excited to see what comes next in your journeys. Keep striving, keep dreaming, and keep showing up just like you did here. Thank you. Now I'm going to announce our awardees. For the North Allegheny Foundation Excellence in Academics, this year's recipient is Andrew Lee. Andrew? Oh, he's not here. His dad's here.
Just because it'll help go quicker, you guys have a full night, but appreciate it very much, these kids and the time it takes to do this. So when your name is called, just come straight up and stand right here.
For the NA Foundation Excellence in Leadership, it goes to Yuki Kwon. For the NA Foundation Excellence in the Arts, it goes to Olivia Jung. For the NA Foundation Excellence in Service, Kyra Maholcha. For the NA Foundation Extra Effort Scholarship goes to Hannah Anderson. For the North Allegheny Westminster Scholarship goes to Brianna Reinhardt. And then our additional scholarships, Frank J. Farina Jr. Award for Musical Excellence goes to Ryder Bowles. The Sally Duffett Scholarship has 2 awardees this year, Kaden Kurikoski and Garen White. The William Rothenbach Scholarship goes to Will Love. The Marilyn Mullenbrock Sproul Scholarship goes to Lauren Kaiser. The Laura Sosavica Memorial Scholarship goes to Rachel McLaughlin. The Robert H. Watford has 2 awardees, Holly Kunkel and Viola Del Vecchio. The Joseph Wissinger Memorial goes to Kylie Dukovic. And lastly, the Nathan Trapezzano Scholarship goes to Grace Thomas.
So in addition to the foundation scholarships, we also have sponsored scholarships, and those funders are here tonight with us. If you could please stand for the Frank Farina Foundation, the Sally Duffett Scholarship, the William Rothenbach Scholarship, the Marilyn Mullenbrock Sproul Scholarship, the Laura Sosavica Scholarship, the Robert Watford Scholarship, Joseph Wissinger Scholarship, and the Nathan Trapezzano Scholarship. If you could stand, these people help support these students. All the students kind of back up and get in a nice picture. Nice job.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, actually, we're gonna go outside now, so. All right, so we're going outside. Take some snacks on your way. Take snacks.
I'm trying very hard to get.
Did you do it record or just people behind that? Okay. You can't tell.
Tried. Yeah, big time.
The floor's still
Okay. Okay, our special night is going to continue. We get the honor to recognize those folks that have been with the North Allegheny School District for 25 years. They have hit a milestone in their career, and the fact that they have contributed the excellence that they have and the contributions they have made to our students. Many of them are known, but probably a greater majority of those are unknown. And we want to make sure that we recognize those employees for the time, the effort, and the excellence that they have put in to making this district what this district is, a district of excellence. I'd also be remiss if I didn't thank those administrators who are in the audience, who came to support those teachers that are in their building. So thank you to the administrators that came out and were there to support their colleagues. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Tracy to introduce those folks that have been in the business for at least 25 years.
Well, thank you, Dr. Hyland. And thank you, everyone. Before I am through, I just wanted to let you know, in case you exit before the conclusion of the board meeting, I would love it if you go through conference room A and take some treats on your way out. There's delicious fruit, cheeses, desserts, etc. So please fill your pockets and your purses on your way out. As Dr. Hyland said, we are here for a special reason this evening, and it is my distinct honor to recognize a truly remarkable group of individuals, our dedicated employees who are celebrating a 25-year milestone of service to our students and this district. If we just take a minute to think about that, that's 25 years that someone has spent shaping young minds, fostering a love of learning, and providing unwavering support in the heart of our classrooms. That kind of dedication isn't just a gift, it's a calling. It speaks volumes about your profound commitment to our students in this district, and we really can't thank you enough. As I read the names of those who are here tonight, because there are more folks, as you'll see in the slide, honored this evening than were able to attend tonight. But as I read your names, we do ask that you come to the front of the room so we can take a photo of our honorees when we conclude the list. And then we'll present you with this gift as a small token of our gratitude for your 25 years of outstanding service. We are incredibly fortunate to have you as a part of North Allegheny School District team, and we're grateful for your continued dedication, which, quite frankly, as your director of HR, I hope continues for many years to come. So please stick around for 25 more if you're so inclined. And I would like to add an additional note of thanks for those families of our 25-year honorees, and especially those who are here with us tonight, and friends, of course, because you have loaned your loved ones to our district for 25 years. We realize that's also a commitment on your part, so thank you so much. Without further ado, we get to our list. First up, I have certificates as well. So of those, I don't do this alone. Amy Waxman in my department helps me on everything, and she knows who's coming, so I'll read it through the certificate as well. But if you'll work with me, maybe Dr. Hyland, we can convince you to come up and help me out. We'll award our honorees. So we'll start at the first. I have two lists. It's embarrassing. I wasn't made for this list of all those. I want to make sure I read all the names, but I also know who is here this evening. So first, Michelle Atkinson, an elementary kindergarten teacher at Marshall Elementary School. She was unable to be here tonight, but we do thank her. First here in attendance, you know her, you love her, Susie Balabach, principal, Peebles Elementary School. Susie, each and every one of those years matter.
Would you like me to go to the mic at all?
No, we're good. It was just, Susie, it was just for a photo. That's just a photo. You're up here for a photo. That's it. Yeah, sorry. I was pushed your way. Gifts matter too, yeah. Yes, please, for the photo. We're going to try to get momentum back here, folks. And I know who's going to help me do it. It's Molly Kastner, English teacher from Marshall Middle. Come on down, Molly. Dr. Hyland, I'm just going to put this pile here and help you out. Yeah. We're gonna put these closer here. Good news, there's 65 honorees tonight. We should have this down by number 40. Here we go. If you could just help Dr. Hyland out, that'd be super. Here you go. We did all this right here. Ready? Very good. All right. Next honoree is Jonathan Clemmer, an art teacher at our senior high school. Do not believe Jonathan was able to join us this evening. Sandra Krappus, English teacher from the intermediate high school, also 25 years. two lists. Lisa Dietz, fifth grade teacher at Ingram Elementary School, who intended to come tonight, but her seventh grader made some track meet. That's a big deal up in Butler, and I forget what he qualified. And we're so proud of him and his mom for 25 years of service. She's sorry she couldn't be here. Scott Downs, tech ed teacher at the intermediate high school as well. Gregory Funka, a social studies teacher at the intermediate high school. Mr. John Harrell, a goal teacher at the senior high school. He also has served quite a number of years as the NAF, the Professional Association president. Erica Janney, let's hear her, grade 6. Waited patiently, but we appreciate it. 6th grade teacher at Marshall Middle School. All right, I think Allison Kaufman is also here, 3rd grade McKnight, in the McKnight row, holding it down. Thank you, Allison. Senior high school math teacher, Joy Manasotis. Thanks, Joy. Good to see you. Lisa McPherson, 2nd grade McKnight Elementary School. All right, Renee Morgan, another McKnight. You got a lot of years up here from McKnight. Good for you guys. Matt Merzlak, social studies at Marshall Middle. I don't think Matt was able to attend tonight. Mary Beth Rick, kindergarten teacher at McKnight Elementary School. All right, Susan Senaway, special education assistant at McKnight Elementary School. Dr. Highland has your certificate. Thanks so much. And Tricia Ciliano, grade 2, Ingomar Elementary School. Thank you so much. One more round of applause for our dedicated educators. Thank you all so much. And if we just get one group photo, would be wonderful. If your families or loved ones want photos too, feel free to come on up and crowd the podium, whatever you need to do. All right, thank you so much. The good news is you get to do it for even longer and tomorrow morning. So thanks so much. Celebrate tonight with snacks, and then we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. We have one, our next item on our agenda is speakers on our one voting item. No one has pre-registered to speak, but if anyone would like to come to the podium and make any comments about our one voting item, now is your opportunity. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on this voting item this evening? Okay. Seeing none. This one voting item is about the purchase of property, and I would like to, would someone, a member of the board, like to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions about this voting item?
We're thrilled.
Mr. McClure?
Sure, I didn't prepare anything, but I think this is an awesome opportunity for the school to purchase some property that will greatly enhance our access to and from Peebles, and perhaps even add some parking there. So great idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McClure. Anyone else? I can only echo your enthusiasm. As a Peebles parent, I'm very excited about this item. Seeing no more comments, Ms. Weidman, we are ready for the vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed and passes with 8 here and 1 absent. So passes unanimously.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll move on to our student activities report. Mr. Corona and Ms. Faber.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. Student Council is wrapping up the school year. We held our last Principals Advisory Luncheon today, where we discussed testing season, information we wish we knew going into the school year as freshmen, and what we are leaving behind us as sophomores at NAI. Both our under and upperclassmen councils have been voted on and are eager for the next school year. She Leads Society is running a fundraiser this week, selling paper flowers throughout the day for Mother's Day. The money for the fundraiser goes to UNICEF, supporting their aim to help give education to girls around the world. Myself and Michael Gottner, who is a NA graduate now at Slippery Rock, are organizing this year's Miles to Meal charity. Miles to Meals is a fundraiser dedicated to combating food insecurity in the North Hills. All proceeds go to the event as well as the North Hills Community Outreach Center. The event features a 100-mile relay where 2 teams of 100 runners pass the baton along so that each person may complete 1 mile to help their team. In addition to the race, the event includes food trucks, music, ping pong, and much more. Over the past 2 years, Miles to Meals has raised more than $12,000 for the North Hills Community Outreach. This event is open to any family or individual in the North Hills area. So if you are able to join us on May 17th, please consider doing so. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. The Senior Class Council put on a very successful prom this year. They continue to celebrate the class of 2025 through events such as the Senior Prom and the Senior Banquet. The Senior Banquet ticket sales are scheduled for May 7th through the 9th, followed by senior superlative voting and continued post of students' future plans on Instagram. The class is proud of its inclusive efforts this year, from themed events to custom senior sweatshirts and organizing the year's most significant milestones, prom, banquet, and graduation. The NA Tiger Marching Band returned from its spring trip, which included clinics and performances in Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. Students participated in a clinic at The Ohio State University and performed at various venues, continuing a tradition of musical excellence and travel-based learning. DECA attended the International Career Development Conference with 54 students and 7 chaperones. Several students earned top accolades across various events. Officer elections for next year are underway. DECA is proud of its record-breaking membership and the unprecedented number of students who qualified for ICDC. Thank you very much.
Thank you both. Now we'll move on to Ms. Hardy and the curriculum report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. This month, there will be 8 items for board action in the curriculum report, and they are the renewal of the district's agreement with Ames Web Plus, an approval to purchase Turnitin software, an agreement with the YMCA for their kindergarten wrap and before and after childcare programs, a contract with Waterfront Learning Services through the Allegheny Intermediate Unit, the approval of 5 new textbooks for next school year, the approval of Addams Family as the Nash Fall Musical, the approval of Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior as the middle school musical, and the approval of Ramona Quimby as the NAI Fall Play.
Any questions or comments on these items?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Warner. One comment. Just to say that the textbooks that the board will be voting on will have been on display and available for the public to review here at CAO for 30 days before the board votes on the 21st, in compliance with Board Policy 108. Thanks, Mrs. Warner.
Thank you, Ms. Hardy. Anyone else with questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the finance report. Mrs. Blackburn.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We have 11 items which we will vote on next week. The first, maturity bond coverage. Second, food service management contract. Third is school lunch prices. Fourth, participation fees. Next is the student athletic and volunteer insurance coverage. Sixth, audit engagement. Seventh, technology equipment financing. 8, AW Beatty Career Center budget. 9th, collateral securities reports. 10th, student expenditures for May 2025. And finally, the accounts payable list. These are the same things we mostly have every month, and all projections are good and on target. So, and I have 2 information items also. For information, we have our 2024-2025 April forecast and our ending cash balances for April 30th, 2025. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Blackburn. Any questions or comments on these items? Okay. Seeing none, we will move on to the Human Resources Report. Ms. Britton Dozier.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We have 7 voting items in the HR folder this month. The items include 1, resignations and retirements, 2, appointments, 3, wage and status changes, 4, leaves of absence, 5, recognition for additional education, 6, education reimbursement for additional education, and 7, supplemental contracts.
Any questions or comments on these items?
Just what I like to say every month is a very big thank you to the retirees and employees leaving our district. We appreciate their work and efforts on behalf of our students and community.
Any other comments on this folder? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to the Property and Supplies Report. Mr. McClure.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We have 9 items for consideration next week. First being a donation from the Corona family. Second, a donation of the diving boards from North Allegheny. Disposal of transportation equipment is the 3rd item. 4th is the contract with OZ Controls for HVAC. 5th is the approval of the senior high gymnasium bleachers. 6th is approval of a van purchase for facilities. The 7th, boardroom furniture. 8th, boardroom carpeting. And the 9th, boardroom divider wall recover.
Okay. Mr. McClure, any comments on these items?
Be glad to make some comments. I'm going to start with the first one, and I'm going to ask the administration to expand on this because honestly, I don't have the background on this. Where it's a $25,000 donation from the Corona family, and I'm not sure who from administration can give a little color to this. Oh, is this Carson's family? I was going to ask that, and I apologize that I didn't know that. So, please.
I was going to give it to you.
Well, I wanted to just say very briefly what this donation means to my family and I. My older sister, Skylar Corona, who I don't think any of you have gotten to know. Dr. Highland has gotten to know her.
Oh, I know her. And to know her is to love her.
And she has gotten such great use out of the NASH department. Education is very important to our family. My grandfather came from Pakistan when he was my age. He didn't have any money and he didn't speak any English when he came over here. But that didn't stop him from graduating Virginia Tech with a master's degree in engineering. For over 50 years, he worked hard to create 2 very successful engineering firms and provide not only for his loved ones, but everyone who walked through his door. So education is extremely important to our family because it's the reason I'm sitting here today. It's the reason why we're able to give this donation and give back to this community. And my parents are in the audience today. You want to give a little wave? And this just means so much to us that we're able to give back to the special needs community and help the NASH department because Skylar has had such a great experience with this department, and we hope for generations to come that they are able to share that experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Corona. Anyone else?
Can I add one thing, Mrs. Warner? When I said to know Skylar is to love her, that is true. When I was principal at NAI, and I've been in education, this is my 34th year. And of all the students that I've met, Skylar is so unique in that she is the type of person that can make you feel, even though your glass may feel half empty, she always, every single day, makes you feel like your glass is half full. And it is a compliment to both of you and to you, Corona. I loved having her around. She made everybody better. So thank you for sharing her, and also thank you for sharing Carson with us. Maybe Corona's later.
All right,
Anyone?
great.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that we had that expansion on that because I apologize for not being as well versed. Of the other items, senior high gymnasium bleachers is an item that we need to bring to the forefront and get paid for sooner rather than later. There's been, I was surprised a couple of months ago to see that they were resanding the floors in the gym, and that was because of damage because of the bleachers damaging them. They're over 20 years old and have had a lot of problems. So that replacement, and that's going to be paid from the capital fund. And we've got a van purchase for facilities. That is because our plumber is using a pickup truck, and a van would better serve him, and we desperately needed a vehicle anyway, so this is good. That's being shopped at a couple of different dealerships. We're really pulling for it to be purchased here locally in the Wexford area to make sure that the dealers that benefit, that we see a lot of benefit from, a lot of support from. So boardroom is everything you see here. We have a wonderful presentation in the information on what the plans are for here, and it's going to be pretty exciting to see some new furniture, some new carpet in this space. So I think that's the whole thing. Thank you.
Mrs. Warner, I have one comment.
Absolutely. Dr. Sinkovia.
Just going back to the donation from the Corona family, I just wanted to say thank you. Anise and I actually met in 9th grade at the bottom of the steps leading to the NAI cafeteria. So we go way back. We had several classes together. And when I had the opportunity to tour the schools as a board member, I met Siler. She brought us coffee. And I told her I knew her mom, and pretty sure we're best friends now. So so I wanted to say, really, I appreciate the donation. And the one thing I wanted to point out is when your donation to North Allegheny, 100% of that goes toward benefiting the students and the community of North Allegheny. There are no overhead fees, there's no administrative charges. You know, every single nickel of what you donate will go directly to your intended donation, and you will get to directly see the impact on future generations of students who are going through the Nash Department. So thank you again. Thank you again for sharing Carson with us, first of all, and thank you again for the donation to the Nash Department.
Thank you, Dr. Simkowiak. Any other comments on this board folder? Okay. Seeing none, we will move on to the school board report. Mrs. Blackburn.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We have one item for board action next week, and it is our school board meeting dates. So everyone can mark these in their calendar and be sure to attend each of our meetings next year. Such an exciting time, and I know we're going to have hundreds here. So this will be our item for next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Blackburn. Any questions or comments on this item? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to the technology report. Dr. Simkowiak.
There are two items for board consideration in the technology report. One is the approval of interactive panel purchases, and the second is the approval of wall mount installation quotes.
Any comments?
These are just part of a staged plan to replace the interactive panels at all of our schools. This particular set will be in the elementary schools.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments on this folder? Seeing none, we will move on to Dr. Gibbs and the Student Services Report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. There are seven items for board action in the Student Services folder and 2 information-only items. 3 of the items for action involve contracts or agreements with the Allegheny Intermediate Unit. I just wanted to make note of that. So I'll read these in order. So the first is an affiliation agreement with the University of Pittsburgh School of Social Work. The second is a school services agreement with the AIU Travel Instruction Program. The third is a contract with River Therapies for speech and language therapy services. The fourth is EPIC Special Education Staffing Confirmation Agreement, where they will provide a paraprofessional for certain services for the district. The 5th is an AIU Comprehensive Services Agreement. The 6th is a waterfront learning contract. And the 7th is the IDEA agreement. IDEA is Individuals with Disabilities Educational Act. So it's an IDEA agreements between North Allegheny School District and the Allegheny Intermediate Unit. So those are the 7 items for board action. The information-only items are for students to have experiences in the district, students in college to have experiences in the district. So one is a student nurse intern from Duquesne University that will be getting experience in the district. And the other is for 2 students at Carlo to get experience as a student teacher in our district.
Thank you, Dr. Gibbs. Any other comments on your folder?
No.
Does anyone else have any questions or comments on this folder? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to Dr. Highland and the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We have 7 items for board consideration this month. The first is the NA Foundation grants. 2nd, advertising agreement with Play It Again Sports. 3, security services agreement with Pal American. The 4th is professional seminars and professional development. The 5th is a second read of policy 113.4. The 6th is the second read and adoption of policy 140.1. And the second read of adoption policy 201, admission of students. And with your permission, Mrs. Warner, I don't know if Mr. Bowerly would like to come up and say anything about the grants for the NA Foundation, but you're more than welcome to if you would like.
The biggest thing is the Facilities for the Future Fund is, I'd say it's a significant shift in the way the trustees operate. It would be more along the lines of specific things that we want that we can go out and fundraise for. The first one is 2 sand volleyball courts at the senior high that the phys ed department's going to use, the volleyball teams will use, the community will be able to use. Ties right in with the strategic comprehensive plan. So that is going to where we are going to look for input and other things to chase. Other than that, the other 19 grants, we had more applicants than ever and we gave out more money than ever. So things are going well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would add it's a total of $216,000 worth of grants that are going to our students. To continue, we have some information items only. We have first read on policy 113-1, 113.2, policy 116, policy 121, policy 139, policy 150, and policy 719. And I just want to continue to encourage the board. Let's keep it rolling. We're doing okay. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Highland. Any questions or comments on items in this folder? Dr. Simkowiak.
So again, I just wanted to emphasize, the North Allegheny community has been extraordinarily generous. The grants have, a range from individual items, wish lists from educators to really improve the classroom and the educational experience for our students to all the way at the other end, a fairly substantial amount for a sand volleyball court. Our North Allegheny community has many, many different options for where they can choose to donate their hard-earned dollars. I would encourage you to look at options for donation in North Allegheny and through the North Allegheny Foundation. We use your money extremely efficiently. We do not charge, massive overhead fees. We don't have a giant administrative structure. We don't try to fundraise and charge money for the fundraising that gets taken out of the money that's actually raised. So these are very, very impactful dollars that are donated, and I would highly encourage the North Allegheny community to stay engaged with what the foundation is doing. They're doing fantastic work, and I really wanted to thank Mr. Byerly for all his efforts over the course of the last year in the leadership position with the North Allegheny Foundation. I'm very, very excited to see what the foundation can accomplish in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Simkowiak. Well said. Anyone else with comments on this folder? I can only echo what Dr. Simkowiak said, and this is an impressive list of items that are receiving that we're getting grants for this year from athletics, music, special education, a whole gamut, runs the gamut, and it's really impressive. That is all the items on our work session agenda. Now we move on to speakers on non-voting items. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on any topic for up to 2 minutes? Okay. Seeing none, we move on to our closing items. Do any board members have any announcements or reminders for us? Okay. Seeing none, I adjourn this meeting.